Hey, Nico?
Yes, George?
What do we know about this Medovsky character?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner of La Malediccio.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who are supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him. So let's go over what we know.
Okay, well, he had a distinctive tattoo on one arm.
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
Why would somebody steal their own painting?
Insurance scam? But then why kill Henri?
I get the impression that Henri was somehow involved. I found the gun that Henri was shot with at Vera's security.
If Medovsky owns Vera Security, it means that he must know the killer.
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved in some way. You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters written around it.
We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Have you tried the internet?
I've been kind of busy.
Okay, let's have a look. Waterloo Station, Battle of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs, Waterloo Sunset. Ah, here we go. Waterloo Motors. It's a garage in London. I'll send the number to your phone.
Waterloo Motors.
Hi,
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you've got any more information, mate.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know his name?
Nah. He brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Words to the wise, though. I hear he don't mess about. The car's registered on Dutchy Street, if there's any help. I mean, that's all I know, mate, sorry.
No, that's more than enough. You've been a great help. Thanks for your time.
See ya.
Bingo!
Good work. That has to be the guy. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask. Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable, but it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right. To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something. So, we clear on how we're going to do this?
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Medovsky up, and then get the dirt on him, right?
Fenoodle?
Yeah, finagle. You remember how to finagle, don't you, Nico?
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need Major League Fanoodling to get in this one.
You got it. Ah, it's locked. Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Madovsky.
So?
We have important business with Mr. Madovsky.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Kalar, and this is...
Well, isn't that coat? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
Hey, George.
What's up?
Seriously, how are we according to Ronnie,
Coming from Ronnie? That's...
if
We need to be...
I use my Gallic...
Exactly.
Showing him my press card would have... Hi.
What are you?
I don't suppose you...
Maybe you didn't hear. Get.
Hi.
What are you?
Do you work for me?
No, I'm standing here pruning his edges for a laugh. Course I blooming will. Look, will you stop asking all these blooming questions?
Ronnie wouldn't have been too pleased to hear that. I had tried the intercom. The gate lock was controlled remotely. It was Topia. The bush was... Hi.
What are you?
Showing him my... Nice bush?
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows...
Topiary is a transition.
That's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet,
It's not enough, is it?
not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, miss.
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever...
It is possible through meditation, contemplation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway. What do you think?
It's very nice. But
It's a Russian Imperial I'm not quite up there with the great Cneius Matthias Calvin. Thanks, miss. I owe you one.
you do.
Of course. You've...
Thank you. We have important...
I need a good reason to bother the boss with it.
I understand.
What makes what you have?
La maledicción. A painting. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he... I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around.
Okay. Hang on, I'll phone. Yeah, Mr. Medovsky? French bird. Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good... The gate should be open. Follow me, please. Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well, we're in. Now what?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant, Georges Tabar.
You are here to discuss La Maledicción, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement...
A man has been killed?
An agreement is an agreement.
My apologies for disturbing you, monsieur, but I'm afraid we must ask you some questions.
So be it. The loss of a painting is nothing compared to the loss... Ask away.
How did you come into possession?
I purchased it at auction.
We have reason to believe that the theft was an
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay.
I'm sure matters... Did you know on...
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer...
Did you ever meet...
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting. Someone stole it, and your company I am the victim.
A state you share with the deceased? What connection do you...
I've never...
There is strong evidence that ties you...
Oh, you are beginning to sound...
We are merely doing a... We must leave no...
I would leave this particular stone unturned, if I were...
I'd rattled him, but I didn't want to... Of course.
I would do.
Your restorer, how the...
Hobbs. He did a little cleaning work on La Mallet. I think that is enough. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long.
When exactly?
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm...
Please excuse the interruption.
What is it?
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow please excuse...
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions. Everything was in Cyrillic. 18... It was a thank you note from a British pub. Huh. Medovsky. See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck. A Russian imperial. It looked rather plain. I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow debating. The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. It was Hobbs's business card. It seems our Medovsky has...
It's like my boss said. The guy wants to be a player.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly. Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
Russian novels. It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. The catch had snapped. The paperclip just flexed and slipped. Sadly, the catch would have been too thick to cut with nails. It was a beautiful... That wouldn't... Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor.
That portfolio... Locked. I could only hope to... Nico?
Shh.
By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that. Keys are Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security. It was locked. The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood.
I do not like questions.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who?
They were from the
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done...
Okay, Josh, but hurry.
I'm gonna check out...
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these. The drawer was open. But inside, The desk was magnificent. Filthy habit. Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge. The chair was fancy and probably more expensive than it looked. The lettered panels appeared to conceal the lettered These paintings would have kept a critic enraptured for hours, but it was an Large Cyrillic letters were carved into panels on the side of the desk. That what I needed a better idea. Filthy habit. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. I didn't know. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a U.S. keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out. Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. The note read, L. Cirque Drawings for you to... It was a thank you note. Huh. I should have guessed. Keyboard was... ZX. I needed a keyboard for reference. I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the I didn't know the if I A secret drawer popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets. It certainly wasn't Hey, Nico! I think we've...
Hang on,
Look, his company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see. Here we go.
Aha!
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Waterloo motor. These are from Paris. Madame La Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might
George, what have we got ourselves? I just heard the front door close. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right. He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
George, the coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool. I'll handle.
I apologize for... As you can imagine...
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost fit.
And...
Very soon, miss.
Is there anything else I...
Nice collection of medals you have.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure. Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's... And Tolstoy is the master.
Is that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly left quite... So, what brought you...
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of what you Americans call the greenback.
You must be upset at the theft.
Yes, and disappointed that someone would kill for...
So this Hobbs guy...
No, we simply have... We've been through it. Now please, if you're quite...
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Meadows.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, Georges.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi!
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediccio.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Not a sound. The horn wasn't... Slasha! I decided to leave the hand... The large dumpster was full of garbage. Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of paper. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you. That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crimes...
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a...
You got it. I wouldn't have been able to break the chain. or the padlock. I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
There was definitely someone home. It was Hobbs's. There was a note hanging. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won. I decided to... Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to you. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated. Interesting. This could come in useful. Climbing drain pipes was something unless I had... Nico?
What's up?
The lights are on, but nobody's in.
Maybe they can't hear you now. We could try some other way of attracting...
The hood was deaf. The hood was definitely... I popped open... The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab. It was the van's engine. It was the van back. A bundle of short, severed wires was connected. None of the wires were connected to anything. That wasn't... It was one of two horns, and it didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. That was... That would... A loose wire hung from... That wouldn't work. I had found two lengths. The engine bay was a mess. I used the wire to join the battery. There was already a wire connected. There was already a wire. I connected the wires from the cab. The horn wasn't working. A loose wire hung from... If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. A loose wire hung... It was one of two... It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two... A loose wire. If I had some spare cable... I used the wire to join the... A bundle of short... A loose wire hung... I snipped the wire. I connected the... The wire was... Everything was wired up. The horn had power.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now, what are you doing in my yard?